a little bit more here, and that way they pretty much would have protected both expansions. But they didn't. It really doesn't even matter, because if they had started saturating this expansion at this point, they would just start getting the benefits of it. When they should have, it would have been very easy for them to expand at that location the entire time and be getting resources from it, and would have had another advantage over us in expansions. One thing I wanted is for my brother to, I didn't actually say this, so I don't really blame him for anything, but to hit this with his broodlords. His broodlords have such long range, and I felt it would have been, I felt we wouldn't have lost anything if they'd tried to counterattack if we were hitting that expansion. But over here, I see these units are moving because of my sensor tower, and I'm still surprised at how easily my forces, even with upgrades, they have one upgrade over me, but they still were devastating my bio ball with medevacs, ghosts, marauders, marines, and my brother wanted me to wait for his air support, but I really didn't know. I didn't know that my force would get run over that easily. And here we go with more Zergling harassment, just sending Zerglings. You know, their army is over here. There's really nothing they can do about this at this point. This player has almost no income, basically. Okay, purple still has some income. He still has this expansion running off a little bit. He got this one back up, but here they counterattack a little bit more. But this is when it really starts. Oh man, that ghost. I don't know why he was separated, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ghost. Some of these zealots even pushed back a little bit further. We're doing some harassment up here, but really at this point we're getting a pretty good advantage because they are not getting any income and they can't produce anything, and they're just going to have a smaller and smaller army at this point. And this is where the dynamics of this map really come into play. They can't protect this and this at the same time almost at all. And we just take out a whole bunch of workers again. Their income, both their income drops back down to basically zero, even though they still have expansions, but we're just harassing them so often that they really can't do anything. EMP is going down. Corruptor's taking out these Colossus. I thought I was going to sneeze. And that's basically game. That player definitely thought so. And I was wondering what he said at that point, because apparently Daylight was decided to be bad-mannered, and I wanted to know what he meant by that, and it was kind of what I assumed he meant by that, is that probably among their team, our opponents anyway, that he felt his ally was a noob, which is unfortunate because I felt that this was a good game, and I wanted to say it was a good game because they fought very well. It's basically a 42-minute game, and our opponents did very well. It was a very well fought game because we never really had an overwhelming advantage the entire time. Up until the very end, I didn't feel we had an overwhelming advantage. But at this point it definitely is basically over. So that player left, and we're just basically waiting for it to be over. You know, neither player neither opponent has any income, any production, basically any army. Even look at the army tab. And I decided to have more fun nuking. This ghost goes from 3 kills to 13, since apparently buildings count. And he leaves. So, good game. I think if they had tried to tech switch, maybe get some Psystorm, maybe even some Phoenix. I'd like to see if the Phoenix build time increase makes them more viable as a unit. Well, as a unit. Just in games like these, when we had a lot of air, and they especially needed some anti-air for these Broodlords. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'd like to see more. And if you like it, thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you really want to.